Previously, we asked that you use the original course structure chart to begin to map out what you did before. Basically, all we needed to do was to go to the original course schedule and copy and paste everything that you did prior into these different boxes. What did you do week 1? What was necessary to complete those goals, and why did you do it? We did this for every week that was involved in that specific course. So in the example course that we've been using, you can see that week 1 was to set the baseline of knowledge. Week 2 was to begin to gain an awareness of previous work and to begin to say, what do I need to know in order to be successful? What do I need to know about persuasion in order to move forward and grow? And we continued the process of highlighting what must be included in future iterations of the course, what should probably be included but might need to be adapted, and what could be left out. So after moving all of this into that full structure where you have all of the weeks of the class, then we want to move to the next part, the initial 8-week conversion chart. Now you'll notice that this one starts with week 8 and works back to week 1. The reason for this is we want to begin with the goals. We want to begin with where we want to end up. We want to begin where we see the learning being developed, and then move backwards to figure out the steps. That's something we're going to do as we move on. But for this particular part of the process, you just need to shift everything over that needs to be moved over. So everything that was in yellow gets moved into the appropriate week. Everything that's in pink, we'll start to consider how we can move it or how not move it. And everything that's in red, then, if possible, we'll leave it out. So what does this look like when we actually go through it? Well, if we take a look at week 1, we know that I was establishing a baseline of learning, so that got moved over to here. You can see that I've included a reading on business writing and writing in the workplace, but I also have that Toolman piece in there that I said must be included. As we move to week 2, you'll notice that, yes, we are establishing the parts and pieces. We'll go back to the other document. We're establishing the parts and pieces. We are thinking about rhetorical analysis. But this time we're doing it in a different way. I've adapted it so that we aren't relying on that specific text. You'll notice, though, that I said that the circuit of culture needed to be moved forward along with the knowledge of shared procedures. So all of that has been moved over to here. And the reason is I want to establish a baseline of learning. So this is a quick and easy process. At this point in time, I'm not making too many decisions. I'm just taking everything that was in yellow and popping it into the early stages of this 8-week structure and moving up towards the final stages of the structure. I've also added comments about things that I'm going to be changing. We'll get to this once again as we move forward, but truly focus on just taking everything in yellow, everything in pink, getting it into these boxes and saying, how do we want to begin our initial conversion into 8 weeks?